speaker's speech as smartphones and not so smart users.
Allow me to begin my speech by quoting Pope Francesco. I quote, "Many, many young people waste too many hours on futile things, such as chatting on internet or smartphones, watching TV soap operas, and using the products of technological progress, which should simplify and improve the quality of life, but distract attention away from what is really important. Our life is made up of time, and time is a gift from God, so it is important that it be used in good and fruitful actions." I unquote. Today, we live in an era of radical technological progress. In particular, smartphones have revolutionized our daily lives. With your thumbs constantly running a non-stoppable marathon, you can read and watch real-time news online, enjoy movies and video clips, communicate with your Facebook friends, and listen to the latest music on the Billboard chart. No one can fail to notice how dramatically smartphones have changed our lives. We can say that we have the whole world in our hands. Yes, smartphones are so smart and seem almost omnipotent. However, are smartphones making us any smarter? I doubt it. First of all, our increasing dependency on smartphones is making us poor thinkers. Most of the time, the problem is not with the use of smartphone itself, but comes when the device takes over a function that our brain is capable of performing perfectly. With smartphones doing all the work, our declarative memory, or memories that can be consciously recalled, tends to be decreased. For example, before the introduction of smartphones, my father claims that he was able to recall at least 10 important phone numbers, but these days, he can't remember any other than his own. I think this is because my father is becoming more and more dependent on smartphones. Our dependency is like waiting for an elevator to take us to the first floor, instead of using the stairs. The ride may be easier, but our muscles won't get a workout. Smartphones can become mental elevators, but they take the basic and useful functions off the brain. Secondly, smartphone addiction is not just a buzzword, but a serious problem to all of us. I recently got my very first smartphone, and the moment it touched my palm, I felt sparks of joy that only smartphones can bring. I'm usually quite good at controlling myself, but with smartphones, there's an irresistible power that pulls me toward them like magnets. That instant, I felt that I became another smartphone addiction victim, drifting in the fantasy of apps and widgets. Without my phone, I feel bare, empty, and disconnected. I used to think unfavorably toward the people who have their noses practically glued to the screens, but I found myself being a part of this tribe without even knowing. Researchers in the UK have found that anxiety and withdrawal symptoms increase when the user does not receive any messages or updates. There are even non-medical terms to describe these feelings, such as nomophobia, the fear of being without your cell phone, and phantom pocket vibration syndrome, a hallucination of believing that a text message arrived. Another study in the US found that more than half of the users check their phones at least once in an hour. I'm not too surprised these days to find people at a park staring at their phones rather than taking in a beautiful summer's day, watching the marvels of nature. Lastly, the human mind is not meant to multitask beyond their capacity. Excessive multitasking weakens our ability to focus on what is really important and relevant, and rewires the brain to make us shallow thinkers. In particular, the use of smartphones exposes children to get the habit of jumping around from one option to another and multitasking. This makes it difficult for them to concentrate and think deeply. In conclusion, I reiterate that the smartphone is a tremendous technological miracle that has transformed our world. It has revolutionized the methods of communication between people and allowed instant access to mega information. However, as you have seen, the smartphone has as many risks and side effects as its benefits. By minimizing the problems and maximizing their benefits, I believe that we can make the smartphone a truly great gift from modern technology. Thank you for your attention.
This is the end of the Gina Lee's speech. Judges can ask a question to the speaker.
Okay, thank you. You mentioned many risks and problems of smartphones. For non-smart users, how would you suggest to smart of using smartphone, or is there a way to have positive things?
Well, for users to, well, thank you for the question. For users to become smart users of smartphones, I believe that they should start by managing their time. So they should control the time they spend with smartphones and increase the time they spend with their family. So for example, I try to leave my phone in my bedroom when we have dinner with my family. And I think that helped me a lot to save my time and become more interactive with others.